So this is Dr. Kavita Singh, Associate Professor in Department of Civil Engineering in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. So today our topic will be for discussion about Introduction to ArcGIS Part 2. So Introduction to ArcGIS in Part 1 we have already discussed about. We have just seen that how the screen looks like, what are the different components we have seen in the previous lecture, and before lectures we have just discussed what type of data we are able to use in the ArcGIS or any GIS software. So that all data like spatial and non-spatial data we have discussed already in the previous lectures, and in the previous lecture we have discussed about the ArcGIS components. So if you remember, we have discussed about the Arc catalog, Arc map, Arc toolbox. Now in detail we are going to discuss here how this tool works and what are the features present in the Arc catalog, what are the features present in the Arc map, and what are the features which are present in the Arc toolbox, and how they are processed and how they are helpful for processing the spatial and non-spatial data for getting a useful information out of it, right? So let us start this topic today. So before we start, we'll just discuss about this contents what we are going to discuss. So about our catalog, we are already aware of our catalog, which we have already discussed in the previous lectures. Key features and functions of our catalog, Arc map, and key features and functions of Arc map, Arc toolbox, functionalities of Arc toolbox. So this all we are going to learn today. So Arc catalog, what it does, how it is helpful to create the folders and files, what type of files are created in this, and how we overview the files in this, and what type of documents we can view in this Arc catalog. That all we are going to learn today. So today, let us start with this first topic about Arc catalog. So if you remember in the previous lecture, what we have discussed about Arc catalog. So Arc catalog is a component. It's a component of ArcGIS. Okay. So what is ArcGIS? So ArcGIS is the software which is developed by ISRI. Okay, which is developed by ISRI. ISRI is what? ISRI is the Environmental System Research Institute, and it is developed by ISRI, and it provides a unified interface for organizing, browsing, viewing, and managing the geographic information system datasets. Okay, and it is also helpful in just making the folders and files and shape files. We can view the files, we can just organize the file in the Arc catalog toolbox. So next, if you go through this window, this is from the ArcGIS software itself. So this window is about the Arc catalog folder connections, we say. So if you talk about folders, so here if you see, it is interface for organizing, browsing, viewing, managing geographic information datasets, right? So in this folder you can see we have different window here like contents, preview, description. So this all, if you want to see, you can just view through the Arc catalog. And Arc catalog is a separate window where you can just browse the folder. You can browse the folder, and you can even create the folder. And later from this folder you can just create the shape files. Okay, so I hope you remember what are shape files. We have already discussed in the previous lecture. Anyhow, we are going to discuss again. So these are the things which we can see in this Arc catalog. So if you observe very clearly, we have here the option of file, editing, view, go, geoprocessing, customize, windows, and help. So these are the different tools, different tabs we can say, which is there in the Arc catalog window. So it is very much helpful for initiating, or we can say just if you want to start the map processing or georeferencing or something like digitization or converting the raster data to the vector data. So this is the first step. What we have to do is we have to open the ArcGIS window where you can just create this all folders and files. Okay. Next, if you just see about this ArcGIS functions, what are the functions of ArcGIS? So it has a functions like data management. So what is data management? So we have different functions like data management, metadata editor, data preview, catalog tree, geoprocessing. So these are all functions of our catalog. So what is data management? Let us understand first. So our catalog allows users to browse and manage the various types of GIS data, including shapefiles, feature classes, raster datasets, geodatabases, and more. So what are shapefiles? Shapefiles are that are the files which has a shape. Like if you talk about point, we talk about point. So point is having a shape like this. So this point can contain a lot of information along with this. So that all information we call it as non-spatial information. Okay. So non-spatial information, and this point is spatial. Okay. So this point is a shape. And why it is called as files? Because it can contain a huge number of information along with the shapes. That's why it is known as shapefile. So we have three types of shapefile. One is point, one is line, one is polygon. So these three types of shapefiles are used to convert the entire raster information to the vector information. So this all information can be easily converted, and it provides the tool for importing, exporting, copying, and deleting the datasets. So if you talk about feature classes, what are feature classes? So shapefile are different files, we can say. Like if I talk about a polygon, so this is a single shapefile. Okay. So under this shapefile, if I create another files like forest, water body. Okay. So that all comes under the feature datasets. Under this, we have different kinds of features. Or else if I want to create features like let us say river. So these all features comes as feature data sets or feature classes. So under this shapefile, I have more files known as feature classes. So it's a homogeneous collection of common features. So like this, if you can see in this image, this is the database. Okay, this is the database. Under this database, we have a shapefile. Okay, this is a shapefile. So shapefile is in the form of a polygon as a water. So under this shapefile, we have water lines, water valves. So we can create as many features under this shapefiles. That is called as feature classes. And later, non-spatial table. Non-spatial table is, this is the non-spatial data. We can also call it as attribute information. Okay, attribute information. So this is how the data is managed in the ARC catalog. Metadata editor. What is metadata? I hope you remember what is metadata. We have discussed in the previous lectures. So metadata is always known as data about data. Okay. So the information about the data. So we call it as metadata. So this we can just edit in the ARC toolbox, ARC catalog, and it includes a metadata editor that allows users to create, edit, and view the metadata for GIS datasets. Data preview. We can just preview the data in ARC catalog, so users can preview datasets directly within ARC catalog without needing to open them in the separate GIS applications. Now catalog tree. So what is catalog tree? So catalog tree means folder is created. Okay. So in the ARC catalog, we have a folder. Or first of all, let us go to the drive, then folder. Under the folder, we have shapefiles. So under this shapefiles, we have feature classes. So like this, tree will be formed. So that is called as catalog tree. So our catalog organizes GIS data into the hierarchical catalog tree structure. So users can navigate through folders and geodatabase to locate and manage their data efficiently. Now, geoprocessing is also possible in this ARC catalog. So it integrates with ArcGIS geoprocessing tools, allowing users to perform spatial analysis and data processing tasks directly from within the ARC catalog. So this includes the tasks such as spatial queries, buffer operations, and data conversions. Now, this is how the ARC catalog looks like. So suppose this is one folder. So under this folder, there are two more folders. So if you press this plus sign, it will show you as many folders you will just put into this. It will show you that folder. So this will be in the form of tree. So it is called as catalog tree. So all the folders are created under this catalog window itself. Okay. Now we have a geoprocessing toolbox here. So when you talk about geoprocessing, what is geoprocessing? So geoprocessing is a toolbox where you can just, if you have seen this catalog window, here we have a tab called as geoprocessing. So this geoprocessing, if you click on this geoprocessing, you will get a ARC toolbox which will help you to perform the spatial analysis and data processing and tasks directly within the ARC catalog itself. You need not go to the ARC map. So from ARC catalog itself, you can just go with the geoprocessing tool. So how does this geoprocessing ARC toolbox looks like? Geoprocessing means you can just go with this processing tools like 3D analyst if you want to convert it into 3D. If you want to extract like clip, select, split, table, select. So these all processing if you want to do directly, we can go through the geoprocessing from the ARC catalog. Otherwise, you can just go with the ARC map. From there, you can just go with the geoprocessing or ARC toolbox directly. So here you can go with the overlay, proximity, statistics, cartographic tools, or if you want to convert data to geo data management tools, you can do just converting the georeferencing or something like spatial analysis. If you want to do that, all can be done with this geoprocessing toolbox. Now, searching and querying. Searching and querying ARC toolbox, ARC catalog includes search tool that enables users to find the specific datasets based on the keywords, attributes, or spatial extent. Now, customization. Customization, users can customize ARC catalog through Python scripting, add-ins to automated tasks, extend functionality, integrate with other applications or databases. So, integration with ArcMap and ArcGIS Pro. ARC catalog is closely integrated with other components of ArcGIS suite, such as ArcMap for desktop GIS and ArcGIS Pro. So, ISRI, a modern GIS desktop application. So, what is ISRI? ISRI is the Environmental System Research Institute, where this GIS software was developed. So it provides the seamless data access and management across the platforms. Now coming to the ARC map. So I think you understood about ARC catalog. So this is helpful for creating the folders, files, shape files, or feature classes or feature datasets, or if you want to create a ARC catalog tree, or if you want to create a geoprocessing tool, that all will be helpful in creating this in the ARC catalog window itself. Now coming to the ArcMap. So ArcMap is a geographic information system software application developed by ISRI and Environmental System Research Institute, and it is a part of ISRI ArcGIS suite and is used for creating, analyzing, managing, and sharing the geographic maps, data, and applications. So here after ARC catalog, we have the other window called as ArcMap. So what does this ArcMap do? So in ArcMap, you can just create, analyze, managing, sharing the geographic maps, data, and applications. So creating the map is like when you insert the data in ArcMap, you have to just insert the raster data. So raster data, once you insert, you can just create map. You can just create map called as vector map with the help of shape files. Okay, with the help of shape files. This all creation we can do in the ArcMap. Now, key features and functions of ArcMap. So, what are the key features? So, map creation and editing. So, you can just create the map. Users can create map by importing data from various sources such as shape files, GPS data, satellite imagery. It allows the spatial editing to modify features on the map. So, in the ArcMap, first of all, it's very important to know that we can just, if you want to create a map, we can just create in the ArcMap. So, what we have to do is you have to create a shape file in our catalog. After creating the shapefile in our catalog, you have to add the shapefile in ArcMap. Okay. So if the shapefile is, let us say it's a polygon. So after adding into the ArcMap, you have to add raster map. So what is raster map? Raster map is a map which is in the form of the pixels. So that map you have to add, and then you have to add the polygon, and then you have to start creating your own map. Like if this is the raster, if this is the raster. Now suppose you have different features here. You have water body, you have something like forest boundary, you have something like river. So if you want to start creating this all information to the vector, if you want to create this as a map, then what you have to do is we have to create the shape files, and just you have to start digitizing this over the raster map. So this will be in the form of the map creation. And even though you can do the editing part, suppose something goes wrong here or something editing, like suppose you have a polygon in the map window. So if you want to just split this polygon into two parts, so you can just use the split tool to convert it into two polygons. After splitting, it will be splitted as two polygons. So like that, if you have a big line here, if you want to split this line, you can just split this line. If you want to merge this line, you can do the split, you can merge. That all you can do the editings you can do in the ArcMap. So the creation of the map and editing you can do in the ArcMap. And spatial analysis. So ArcMap provides tools for performing spatial analysis tasks such as overlay analysis, buffering, proximity analysis, spatial statistics, and modeling. So what is overlay analysis? Overlay analysis is like overlaying of one map over the other, right? Overlaying of one map over the other. I'll just show you how it happens. And buffering is like just buffering is, suppose this is your shapefile. So around we create a buffer of 5 kilometers. So it will show the it will create a buffer like this of 5 kilometers. So if it is 10 kilometers, it will create a buffer like this of 10 kilometers. So it can be done with the point, line, and polygon. So this is how it will look like. So overlay analysis and buffering. So what is overlay analysis? So this is the real world. What is real world? Real world is actually what you can see outside in the world. Whatever your eyes can see, that is called as real world. So out of this real world, we'll just create different layers. That is, one layer is land usage layer, one layer is elevation layer, one layer is parcels, streets, customers. So this all layer is created from this real world. Okay, it is created from the real world, and it is separated in the form of different layers, like first layer, second, third, fourth, and five layers are created from this. So if you combine this all together, all this together, if you combine, you will get this real world features. Okay, real world features. So this is called as overlay. We can do very easily in GIS. We can just create a separate layers, and whenever we want, we can just add all the layers together. We can get a single map. If you want a separate map, so these all maps can be created separately. And this is what the buffer I was talking about. So this is the buffer. Suppose this is the point feature, line feature, and polygon. So if you want to create a buffer for point, so output dissolved type is none. So for example, this is 5 kilometer buffer or 10 kilometer buffer. If you want to create, you have to just create in run in the toolbox, Arc toolbox soft geoprocessing tool, and there you can see the buffer like this. Same thing for the line feature. This is the line feature. If you want to create a buffer for line feature, it will be created like the same thing for the polygon. So this is the actual polygon, and buffer is created like this out of this. So this is the actual polygon, and out of this the buffer is created. So this is what you can do in the ArcMap. You can do the buffer and overlay analysis, proximity analysis you can do, spatial statistics modeling you can do. Data management, it enables users to manage geographic data layers, organize them in a geodatabase, and perform attribute editing and table management. Okay. Next, geoprocessing you can do here, like this, as we have discussed in the ARC catalog. ARC catalog also will be helpful in geoprocessing because you have a geoprocessing tool in the ARC catalog window itself. Now, if you are not able to do in the ARC catalog, you can just go with the ARC map also. So you have this tool in the ARC map also. So geoprocessing tool will help. The software includes a comprehensive set of geoprocessing tool for automating spatial analysis workflows, data conversion, and manipulation. Okay, and integration you can do, it integrates with other ArcGIS products of extensions for specialized tasks such as 3D visualization, like ArcScene. We have one more window called as ArcScene. Here you can just do this 3D visualization. Okay, and spatial analysis and network analysis you can do in this window. Now coming to the Arc Toolbox. So what is Arc Toolbox? So Arc Toolbox is an essential component with ISRI. It's an essential component with ISRI. What is ISRI again here? So that is Environmental Systems Research Institute. So this is the institute which has created this ArcGIS software, and it is very much useful nowadays for creating any type of maps using the raster data. Raster data is like satellite maps or topo sheet maps or something like aerial photos. If you use that all maps, you can just create in ArcGIS very easily. So Arc Toolbox is, this is a very helpful tool again here. It contains a lot of tools along with the Arc Toolbox. So if you remember in the previous window, we have just seen this here. So it looks like this. This is the Arc Toolbox. So it has a number of number of tools. What is our requirement? Based on that tools, we can just use these tools for editing the map or creating our own map, or just you can use this 3D analyst if you want to use 3D or analysis tools, like you can use clip, select, split, or overlay if you want to do proximity, if you want to do cartographic tools we can use, conversion tools are there, data interpretability tools are there, data management tools are there, geocoding tools are there, geostatistical analyst tools, linear referencing tools, mobile tools. There are many more tools which are present in this Arc Toolbox, which we can use from the geoprocessing tab, which can be used from the ArcMap as well as from the Arc catalog. Okay, so this is a very much helpful tool which will be helping us to create our own creation, right? So component with the ISRI ArcGIS software suite, including ArcMap and ArcGIS Pro. It serves a centralized location where users can access a wide array of geoprocessing tools and functions to perform the spatial analysis, data conversion, data management, and other GIS tasks. So functionalities of Arc Toolbox. So what are the different functionalities of Arc Toolbox? So we have this tool organization. So Arc Toolbox organizes tools into different tool sets based on their functionalities. Like tool sets group related tools together, making it easier for users to locate the specific tools for their task. So geoprocessing tool, it provides a comprehensive sets of geoprocessing tools for spatial analysis, data transformation, and the manipulation part. So geoprocessing tool is very much helpful in spatial analysis. So what is spatial analysis? Like once you enter or feed the data as raster in ArcMap, so we can use this geoprocessing tool for spatial analysis. So what is spatial analysis? For example, you have a population data. If you have a let us say the groundwater quality data, if you have presence of contaminants in the water, so you are having in the form of numbers, right? In the form of numbers. So once you assign the numbers, or if you assign the points like this, so if you run the spatial analysis, so it will just show the area of range, how much is the range of this water contaminant present in such area. Or if you want to do the data transformation, what is data transformation? So assigning the let us say latitude and latitude and longitude, latitude and longitude. That is assigning the locations. So if you want to assign the locations, or if you want to assign the reference, we can just use this data transformation tool, like assigning the reference system or assigning the latitude or longitude, or we can do the manipulation in this tool. So this tool includes the functions for buffering, overlay analysis, proximity analysis, terrain analysis, statistical analysis. So even you can do with this, because this toolbox is geoprocessing tool is available in ArcMap and as well as in the ArcCatalog. So it can be done in the ArcCatalog as well as in the ArcMap also. Data management. So our toolbox includes tools for managing the geographic data, such as tools for creating and editing feature classes, managing attribute tables, performing data conversion between different formats like shapefiles and geodatabase. So it can manage the different file formats like shapefiles. So again and again, these words we are just learning these words, or it is coming across like shapefiles are what? Point, line, polygon. Okay, so this is polygon, this is line, and this is point. So it has a shape along with the shape. So what is this shape? This shape is spatial. This shape is spatial. This shape is spatial. Okay. So these are all spatial. So what is non-spatial in this point? If I assign different information to it, like location, uh, village, mandal, area. So whatever information if I assign to this point, that becomes non-spatial. Okay, non-spatial. And we can just do the managing of projections and coordinate system. After creation of the map, we can just do the projections. We can just project the image. We can just assign the datum, or we can just assign the coordinate system to the map. So this is how we can just manage this data in the programs. Now, spatial analysis. What is spatial analysis? Users can perform a wide range of spatial analysis tasks using tools within the ARC toolbox, such as interpolation. In interpolation, we have kriging or IDW. These are all advanced tools which can be used for the spatial analysis. Now, raster analysis we can do. So in the raster analysis, we can just go with the raster calculator, slope analysis, network analysis. Okay, and for example, routing or service area analysis, and 3D analysis or visibility analysis and terrain analysis. This is all information, all the processing we can just do in the ARC toolbox. So that toolbox is very much important to do all kind of processing. Either if you want to remove the map, or for example, this is your map area. If you want to remove this portion from this, still we have to use a geoprocessing tool. Okay, geoprocessing tool. If you want to convert this into some different polygons like this, different features like this, we have to use geoprocessing tool. Next, integration. So our toolbox integrates seamlessly with other components of ArcGIS, such as ArcMap and ArcGIS Pro, as well as with extensions like Spatial Analyst, Network Analyst, and 3D Analyst. So it has a like toolbox integrates components of ArcGIS, and such as ArcMap and ArcGIS Pro, as well as extensions. It has a spatial analyst, it has a network analyst, and it has a 3D analyst. So this integration allows users to leverage specialized tools and capabilities for the specific GIS task. So this was about these three things. Like in ArcGIS, these three things are very important: our catalog, our map, and our toolbox. So our catalog is very much important for creating the files and folders. So it has a catalog tree. We can view the metadata. We can just create the shape files. We can create the feature classes, and we cannot create a map in our catalog. We can just create the files and folders. We can just browse it from the system wherever these folders are created in your system. From there you can just, from our catalog, you can just browse it and you can just enter the shape files. So after this creation of the shape files, later we have to use these shape files in the ArcMap window itself. So in ArcMap window it is added, and all the map creation is done, the integration is done in the ArcMap itself. So if you remember, in the previous lecture I showed you how we can integrate the spatial and non-spatial data. So in ArcMap itself, you have to add the spatial data as well as you have to add the non-spatial data. So both, if you want to integrate, we have to do in the ArcMap itself. So integration of this spatial and non-spatial data can be done in the ArcMap, and creation of folders can be done in the ArcCatalog. And Arc Toolbox is a very important tool which can be used through the geoprocessing tab, and that is useful in both, like it can be used from the ArcCatalog as well as it can be used from the ArcMap. So this is the very important components of ArcGIS. So first we have to know about this catalog, and then only you can just go with the further process. So this is about the ArcGIS. In the coming lectures, we will be discussing how to digitize a raster map and how to convert a raster data to the vector data. So raster data and vector data, from a grid map to a vector data is like, again, the shape files. We talk about point, line and polygon. So we'll be discussing in the coming lectures. Okay. So these are the references you can just go through for finding out the more content. If you want to know about the ArcGIS, you can just go through, refer this book about GIS, and this online links you can refer for the ArcGIS software, like software tools and okay, tools and their what you can say, processing and all. So for today's lecture, we'll just stop it here, and we'll be discussing the different topics or connected topics in the coming lecture. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.